Hello, Fit Squad. Football is finally back. Tomorrow night, the defending champion Kansas City Chiefs will take on the up-and-coming Detroit Lions. And as always, the fantasy injury team, we got your back with all the relevant injuries that impact your fantasy roster. So this game, we got two key players to talk about, Travis Kelce and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Yesterday, we all got the notifications. Our phones were buzzing off the hook as Travis Kelce dealt with a hyperextended knee during practice that forced him out of practice. Today, Wednesday, we're getting the reports that it is a bone bruise and nothing more. All the ligaments are intact. Structurally, he's sound. That's really, really, really good news. Now, with the bone bruise, the issue is swelling. So that's the reports we're hearing now. He's dealing with a lot of swelling in that knee. The knee is a phenomenal joint for swelling up, and that's not a good thing. So what can happen with swelling in the knee in particular, it's going to impact range of motion. It's going to hurt a lot, but also it can really shut down the quad muscle. And the quad muscle is really, really involved in anything athletic. It's a big, strong muscle. It really helps with running, cutting, jumping, and everything. So, but the other thing with the bone bruise is with the bruise itself, that's painful just to stand on. Now, in the knee, it's a bruise to either the femur, the big thigh bone, the tibia, the shin bone, or even both. But either way, when you just stand or weight bear or walk or run, that's going to hurt. So not only is Kelce dealing with swelling that he's got a day left to get down, but also just some pain in general, which can impact function. So I imagine that they're doing round-the-clock icing, massage, wrapping that thing, cycling on a bike to get some of that swelling down, maybe even an injection in there. But still, it's going to be really challenging for him to be able to play on Thursday night. And if he does, I highly doubt that it's at full capacity. But that said, I mean, he's Travis Kelce. If he suits up, you have to start him. You don't have a choice. The good thing is it's a Thursday night game, so you're either playing him or you're not. It's not like you're waiting until Monday night to see if he plays. But I really would not expect him to be his true self Thursday night if he does play. But this is not an injury that's going to really linger too long or impact him long term this season. May impact him week 1, 2, maybe into 3. But after that, I mean, we've got tight end number 1, Travis Kelce, back. So he really dodged a bullet there. Again, this week, if he plays, I don't think he will. But if he does, expect some decline in his production. But going forward, should not be something that lingers throughout the season. Now, before we get to Amon-Ra Brown, a quick word from our favorite sponsor. Fellas, are you planning a golf trip, bachelor party, sporting event, or just need a weekend away with the guys? Guys Trip plans your entire trip and saves you up to 30% off retail pricing for rental homes, transportation, golf, nightlife, and so much more. Visit guystriplive.com and use promo code FIT, F-I-T, for 10% off your fee today. Guys Trip, just show up. Now, for Amon-Ra St. Brown, the Sun God, he missed a bit of training camp with an ankle sprain, but as of this week, he's not even on the injury report anymore. Ankle sprains can impact the ability to cut, to be stable on one leg, which athletics is all on one leg. But at this point, he's practicing in full. This isn't an issue anymore. They do carry a high recurrence rate. The medical literature shows as high as 26% of athletes who sprain an ankle will sprain it again in that same season. So this is something we're going to need to look out for Amon-Ra going forward. But for this week, it really shouldn't impact him too much. We only see a moderate dip in fantasy production of about 10% decline in points per game and about 9% decline in the number of snaps that a receiver is playing in their first game back from an ankle sprain. So for someone as productive as Amon-Ra, you can take a 10% dip. That's not going to kill you. He's still going to be super productive. And with Jameson Williams out of the lineup and Detroit playing in what should be a shootout versus Kansas City, expect Jared Goff to be throwing, a lot of which to Amon-Ra St. Brown. I would not be surprised if he has 15 targets on Thursday night and potentially a massive game. So he's going to play. You're going to start him, and you should expect a nice outing from him.